Hi, my name is Ken McGill, and I'm going to be teaching you about the difference that jail and rehab have on drug users and people that get convicted of drug charges. So the main points are people are more likely to reoffend or relapse without help, aka going to jail or prison. The brain recognizes addiction to disease, not a crime. And then forcing drug addicts to be locked up instead of getting them help for their addiction will just make the urge not be fulfilled. Main point one, according to the Public Health Association, only 11% of people who have been incarcerated receive treatment for their addictions. So when users go to jail, 90% of the time it's for non-violent offenses like just having the drugs on them or like public intoxication. They do not receive help. They typically are just locked up in a cell and just eat and go about their day. They don't get mental health, behavioral help, or anything along those lines. Up 75% of the people who go into prison reoffend after their release, compared to the 57% of those who go through some type of drug rehabilitation. The second point is the brain recognizes addiction as a disease to brain chemistry according to the NIDA. So with drugs, your brain adjusts to surges of dopamine when you use, and then also drugs interfere with the way that your brain talks to each other.
Hello there.
So for main point three, hard taking away drugs or just completely taking them away without any type of help, cold turkey is what makes someone want it more. The way that I think about this is when like you're a little kid and your parents basically keep taking away like ice cream or junk food, like it just makes the kid one, sneak it, or two, just want it more. And adults are the exact same way. I mean, when you take something that they're using and that their body starts to rely on and you just lock them up and don't give them any type of help, don't let them talk to a therapist or get any other medication in their system, not necessarily like keep giving them the drugs that they're using, like narcotics, but giving them something to help them actually will help their brain understand it more. They don't give them any type of way to treat their depression or anxiety or trauma or whatever drove them towards taking drugs in the first place. My sister is a convicted felon off of, hers were non-violent offenses, but she was using drugs at the time, and also possession was one of her charges. And when she was in jail a couple of times, they never gave her help. And so as soon as she went back to the civilian world, she just continued to use drugs because that was all she knew, and no one helped her find out why until she finally went to rehab. Many individuals who develop substance use disorders are also diagnosed with mental disorders and vice versa. The National Institute of Drug Abuse. So the rebuttal, forcing them to quit may be better for short-term effects and solutions, but once they're back around it, it just makes them relapse. So studies have shown that even if 10 or more of those convicted of drug-related were sent to rehab instead of jail, an estimated $48 billion could be saved. So having no support system makes it worse because when they are released, it becomes stressful, especially with a record, because most people do not hire felons, especially any type of government job. You can't vote, possession of a firearm, anything like that. They have no family, and they typically have no money, since the only money that they do have is used to basically eat and shower and brush their teeth and everything in jail. So I understand that it will limit to their access of the drugs, but you have to think about it. They still have access in the system. It is a very political game in jail and in prison. And if you just keep taking it away and just not giving them any access to maybe a home outside of jail or any type of like career setup, the way that rehab and any type of rehabilitation place can help, I mean, you're just basically causing them to keep reoffending. So my call for action would be to get started. This link for change.org is actually links to numerous funds to help people either one, provide a safe home and then also to eat once they get out of jail, or two, it's helping to raise money so that there's more funds for the rehabilitation centers and not just basically sending them straight to jail. And these are my works cited. I used Oxford treatment, dual diagnosis, drug abuse, and IDA. Yeah, thank you for watching my presentation.